Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're going deep, into Reserve Protocol
Okay.
and its governance token, FreeSR. And we're using,
That's our
RSR. We're using Jack Extreme's book as our guide, Crypto Waggy Extreme. Pretty intense title, right?
It is. And he claims, that he
Yeah.
broke free from the 9 to 5
Yeah.
thanks to 3SR.
He calls himself an ex-Waggy.
He does, which I kind of like.
It's very evocative.
Yeah.
Of
It's very sticky. Yeah. So he basically wants to share all the secrets, all the things that he's learned along the way.
Right.
To kind of help other people do the same thing.
Yeah, and what's interesting is it's not just like straight up investment advice.
Yeah.
He's almost built
The philosophy.
a whole philosophy around it.
Yeah. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
So we're going to break down how Reserve Protocol works, what makes FreeSR different from every other cryptocurrency.
And whether it really lives up to all the hype.
Yeah.
We're going to look at some of the unexpected parts of the ecosystem. The
Yeah.
DTF index.
The DTF index.
Which apparently helps meme coin fans make smarter choices.
And it is what you think it is.
Okay, well,
Or it says.
we'll get into that.
Yeah.
And just the bigger picture here, I mean, the stablecoin market is expected to grow significantly in the next few years, potentially exceeding, I think it was $1 trillion by 2026.
That's right.
So understanding Reserve Protocol's place in this rapidly growing market could be quite valuable for everyone.
Yeah.
So let's start with the basics.
Okay.
Jack spends a good chunk of his book talking about the mission of Reserve Protocol, which is to create a decentralized financial system that anyone can access.
That's ambitious.
That's pretty ambitious.
Right.
It is.
But what's really key here is that it's centered around stablecoins. They're
Right.
really focused on this idea of stablecoins.
Right.
And they're introducing something called R tokens.
Okay. And how are these different from
So the idea is that
all the other stable coins out there?
they're more stable than traditional
I'm
stablecoins.
stable.
Yeah. They use over-collateralization.
Okay. I've heard of collateral, but over-collateralization.
So think of it like this.
That sounds intense.
Imagine like a house
Okay.
built on a strong foundation.
Okay.
Instead of using just one material for that foundation,
Right.
Reserve Protocol uses a whole mix of assets.
Okay.
It's like having a super strong,
A diversified foundation.
because it's so diverse.
Yeah.
And that's what over-collateralization is all about.
Oh, okay.
It means even if some of the assets in that mix lose value, your R tokens, they're still safe because you've got this really strong, diversified foundation.
So it's like having extra support beams
Yeah,
in case a storm comes along.
exactly.
Right.
It's like a safety net
It's like a backup.
for your stablecoin.
Gotcha.
So yeah, they're much less susceptible to all the crazy ups and downs
Right.
that we see in the crypto market.
Which is like daily, it feels like.
It feels like it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, I know we can't talk about Reserve Protocol without talking about 3SR,
Yeah.
its governance token. So, help me understand this. Why is 3SR different from just buying like any other cryptocurrency?
So with 3SR, you're not just, gambling on the price going up and down.
Right.
You're actually part of the governance
Yeah.
of the protocol.
So it's almost like being a shareholder.
It is like being a shareholder in a company.
Yeah.
You have a say in how things are run.
So you get voting power.
You get voting power.
With your 3SR.
You get to participate in making decisions about the future of Reserve Protocol.
And speaking of believing in the future, Jack is very bullish on 3SR.
He is.
He calls it a once in a trillion.
He does. He really does. It's a
Or
once in
so-
a trillion opportunity.
I think those were his exact words.
Yeah.
But before we get too carried away,
Yeah, we should.
I think we need to add a little bit of reality here.
Yeah, a little dose of reality.
Remember, every investment has risk. Things can change fast,
Oh, yeah.
especially in crypto.
Right. Yeah. Past performance is not indicative of future results.
Right. It's important to stay grounded.
Absolutely.
You should never invest more money than you can afford to lose, no matter how promising something seems.
Right. You got to do your research.
Yeah.
Due diligence.
Absolutely.
You
You
know.
can't just rely on one person, even if they seem like they've cracked the code to financial freedom.
Yeah.
Now, the guy behind all of this,
Devin Freeman.
Reserve Protocol, Nevin Freeman,
Yes.
he's an interesting guy.
He is an interesting guy. What's interesting about Nevin is, he didn't come from traditional finance.
Oh, okay.
He's a tech guy.
Oh, so he's like a coder.
Yeah, he's like a coder. He's a builder. He's really passionate about, making financial systems better for everyone.
I can see how that outside perspective could be valuable. Right. In a space that's all about disrupting the status quo. Okay, so we've talked about the mission, the stable coin, the governance token. But how does this actually work? Like, how do our tokens maintain their stability?
Right. I mean, so that house analogy with the strong foundation.
With the diverse foundation.
Well, Reserve Protocol is always watching.
It's like they have cameras everywhere.
Yeah, they're always watching the value of all those assets in the foundation.
Okay.
And they adjust things as needed.
Oh, so it's dynamic.
It's a dynamic system.
It's not just set it and forget it.
Not at all.
Okay.
Designed to keep those R tokens stable even when the market's going crazy.
That's pretty important, I'd say. How do they decide which assets go into that foundation?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Are they just picking, like, their favorite cryptos?
No, they're not.
Or throwing darts at a board?
They're not just throwing darts at a board.
Okay.
Jack says they have this really rigorous
Okay.
process for choosing these assets. They're looking at things like the size of the market. How easy is it to buy and sell these assets? Liquidity.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And are there any, like, regulatory red flags?
Regulatory stuff, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The goal is to build a really...
So they're trying to think of everything.
They're trying to think of everything.
Okay.
To create this diversified portfolio.
And spread the risk.
Spread the risk.
Yeah. Okay, now, you mentioned Best Friend Finance earlier. BFF, yeah.
Yeah.
So is it too good to be true? A decentralized platform where you can borrow and lend money, and it's all backed by these super stable R tokens.
So it's not too good to be true, but it's still early days.
Gotcha.
It's like a work in progress.
Okay.
But the goal is to make it a major player
Yeah.
in DeFi lending.
Okay, so they have big dreams for this.
Big dream.
Okay, so basically, like a bank.
Like a bank.
But without the bank.
Without the middleman. More transparency.
So if you're new to DeFi, this could be like a gateway.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a good place to start.
Yeah, and it inherits all those security features because it's built on Reserve Protocol.
Builds on that same strong foundation.
Exactly. That over-collateralization, the diverse basket of assets, that all goes into making BFF a more secure platform.
Okay. We got to talk about it.
Yeah, we do.
The DTF index.
The BTF index.
Is that what I think it stands for?
It is.
Okay.
Down to...
I mean, it's
memorable?
It's definitely memorable.
Yeah.
Okay. But behind that, like, provocative name?
Yeah, there's an actual purpose there.
What does it actually do?
You can invest in a diversified portfolio of meme coins.
Wait, so even meme coins can be part of a serious investment strategy.
That's the idea.
I would not have guessed that.
It uses an algorithm to create a basket of meme coins.
Okay.
And then rebalances that basket over time.
So instead of trying to pick like the next Dogecoin or Shiba Inu, you're spreading the risk across a bunch of them.
Exactly.
Okay. So we've talked a lot about like the potential upsides here, but let's be real. No investment is risk-free. And crypto, I mean, we all know it. It's known for its volatility.
Right. Yeah.
What are some of the downsides that people should know about?
That's a great point.
Yeah.
We need to talk about that.
Yeah, Jack kind of touches on the risks, but I think we need to go deeper.
Yeah, let's go deeper.
I think one of the biggest concerns, I would say, is regulation.
Oh, yeah. Regulation.
I mean, governments are still trying to figure out how to deal with crypto.
They are.
Right. And any new laws could really impact projects like Reserve Protocol.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It's the Wild West out there.
It is.
Right.
And then you've got...
And then competition.
Competition.
Right.
You've got... I mean, DeFi is hot right now.
It's so hot.
So many new projects popping up all the time.
Yeah.
Reserve Protocol can't just sit back and relax.
Right. They can't get comfortable.
They can't get too comfortable.
Yeah.
Got to keep innovating to stay ahead of the game.
It's like an ongoing race.
Yeah.
And then I think something we've seen with other blockchain projects is the issue of scalability.
Scalability, yeah.
Right.
As things grow, can it handle it?
Yeah. Can Reserve Protocol handle all these new users, all these new transactions? Right. That's something to watch.
It is. It is. It's something to watch.
Yeah. Okay. So even with the innovation and the security, there are
practical challenges.
That they need to figure out.
Absolutely.
Right.
And it's good for investors to be aware of that.
Right. We're not trying to sugarcoat anything here.
Yeah, no, it's important to be aware.
There's challenges.
Trying to present
Yeah, but DeFi is still young. you know?
Yeah, it's like there's going to be bumps in the road.
The early days.
Yeah,
Okay, so we've gone through a lot of stuff here,
we have.
but let's step back. Why should our listeners care about all of this?
Right. So Reserve Protocol, it's offering
What's the
this
diff?
really unique
Yeah.
approach to stablecoins.
Yeah.
And if you are interested in crypto, but you're kind of freaked out
Yeah.
by how volatile it is,
It's scary.
our tokens could be a solution. And with the TheCryptoSoyience token, you're not just passively investing, you're part of a
Yeah.
community
It's like you have a voice.
that's actually shaping the future of finance.
Yeah, in a system that's trying to be more transparent and equitable.
Exactly. And, you know, there are risks, of course,
Yeah.
but there's also significant potential rewards.
Right. The stablecoin market
I mean, the stablecoin market's set to grow
could
massively,
explode.
and Reserve Protocol is in a good spot,
Yeah. So it's about, I guess, weighing
the risks.
the risk and the rewards,
Yeah.
doing your own research, and really thinking about, like, does Reserve Protocol align with my goals and my vision for the future of finance?
Exactly. We're giving you the information,
Yeah.
but ultimately the decision's yours.
The decision is yours. Okay, well, let's talk about something that's not very fun,
Yeah.
but we have to talk about it. Taxes.
Taxes.
That's the word that makes everyone cringe.
Every investor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But especially in the crypto world, right?
Especially in the crypto world.
Things get
It can get really complicated.
complicated really quickly.
Yeah. Now, Jack spends a lot of time in his book talking about this.
Yeah, he really emphasizes,
Yeah.
talk to a professional.
Oh, yeah. You need to consult with a tax professional who
Yeah.
understands this stuff.
Absolutely.
You do not want a surprise bill from the tax man.
No,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to mess around with the tax man.
No, you don't. So before you even think about, like, profits,
We got to understand,
Yeah.
what are the taxes
yeah, what are the implications?
on buying, selling, even just holding 3SR?
Right.
So can you break down
Yeah.
some of the key things to consider?
I think the biggest one is capital gains.
Capital gains. Okay.
So simply put, it's the profit you make
Okay.
when you sell an asset for more than you paid for it.
Okay.
So if you buy 3SR at one price
Yeah.
and it goes up,
You sell it for more.
you're going to owe,
You got to pay taxes.
you got to pay taxes on that profit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not that simple with crypto,
Okay.
right?
It's not that simple.
It's not like stocks and bonds.
No, no, no. It's not your grandma's stock market.
What makes it so tricky?
It's things like staking rewards.
Staking rewards. I thought those were like bonuses.
Yeah, they are like bonuses, but they're still considered taxable income.
Even if you don't cash them out. Yeah.
Yeah, even if you don't immediately cash them out. Think of it like interest
Oh, like a savings
on a
account.
savings account.
Okay.
You know, you got to report that.
You gotta report it. Okay. So it's like you're constantly gotta be aware.
You really got to be aware
Those
of
things. Of the tax implications.
Yeah, before you
Yeah.
even start.
And the rules can vary so much depending on where you live. So
Oh, yeah.
getting professional advice is key.
That's good advice.
Mm.
So it sounds like navigating the world of crypto taxes is almost as complex
Almost as complex as the technology
as
itself.
the technology itself.
Yeah. Don't let it scare you away, though.
No, 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 no. Don't let the tax man scare you away.
Do your research, get some guidance, and
You can enjoy the benefits of crypto
Absolutely.
and stay on the right side of the law.
Exactly.
Okay, you know, one of the things I really liked about Jack's book was all the stories he told.
About real people who achieved financial freedom through free SR. I mean, it's one thing to talk about all this tech stuff.
Yeah, you need the human element.
Yeah, you need the human
Yeah,
element.
Right.
But to hear about real people.
Real people, real stories. It's inspiring.
Yeah, it's inspiring. I mean, he tells us one story about a single mom
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
who was struggling,
She was struggling.
learned about 3SR,
Yeah.
started investing,
And ended up quitting her job.
quit her job, and started her own business.
Yeah,
Like,
it's classic.
it's like a movie. Right.
It's like
Or it should be a movie.
it should be a movie.
And, obviously everyone's situation is unique.
Of course, of course.
But I think, it highlights
That it shows the potential.
the potential
Yeah.
that crypto offers.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then there's this other story about a group of friends
Oh, yeah.
who decided to pool their money together.
Yeah, they formed
They formed an investment club,
a little investment club.
which I thought was really cool.
I love that.
Like supporting each other,
Yeah, yeah,
celebrating their wins.
exactly. It
It's
shows the community aspect.
It's a community.
Yeah, exactly.
But of course, it's not always
It's
sunshine and rainbows.
no. It's not all
Yeah.
sunshine and rainbows.
Jack shares some stories about people who,
Yeah, people who made mistakes.
yeah, You've
Good
earned a
mistakes,
penny.
lost money,
Yeah.
got caught up in the hype,
Yeah.
made some bad choices.
It's a reminder that there's always risk.
Always this.
12.
Yeah. He talks about FOMO a lot.
Yeah.
The fear of missing out.
That's a big one.
Huge. Huge in crypto.
And I think one of the biggest mistakes that he
Yeah.
says people make is not understanding the technology.
Yes.
Like they just jump into these investments
Yeah.
without knowing how it works.
How things work. And
So it's like buying a car without knowing how to drive.
it's like buying a car and not knowing how to drive.
You might get it going.
You might get it going for a little
You're
bit,
going to crash.
but eventually you're going to crash.
Yeah. And you don't want to crash in the crypto world.
We don't want to crash in the crypto world.
So doing your research, understanding the fundamentals.
Absolutely.
That's crucial.
Yeah.
It's not about getting rich quick.
It's not a get-rich-quick scheme.
Oh,
No.
it's a long-term game.
It's a long-term game.
Yeah. And Jack, he really stresses the importance of finding good information, understanding how the token works, the tokenomics, and watching out for scams.
Oh, yeah. Be wary of scams.
Yeah.
Promises that sound too good to be true.
Yeah. If it sounds too good to be true.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah. So it's about educating yourself, asking questions, and taking a thoughtful approach.
Yeah. Thoughtful approach.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the next phase of our deep dive here.
Okay. Jack spends a lot of time talking about the community aspect of Reserve Protocol.
Yeah, she calls it a movement.
He does. He really emphasizes that it's not just about technology. It's about the people involved.
Right. It's about community involvement. He talks a lot about how 3SR holders have a real say in how the protocol is run.
Yeah. They can vote on proposals.
They can vote.
They can discuss ideas, even contribute to the development. It's pretty cool.
It's like a big online town hall meeting.
Yeah, kinda.
Except it's about finance.
Right. Except it's about building a financial system.
And changing the world.
That could potentially change the world.
But wouldn't all that input from, potentially thousands of people, wouldn't that make things, like, really chaotic?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely a potential concern.
Yeah. Getting a bunch of people to agree on anything can be tough.
It can be.
Yeah.
And Jack acknowledges that.
Okay.
He doesn't shy away from the potential downsides.
So he's realistic about it.
Yeah. Community governance can be messy. Decisions might take longer.
But I guess it's like any democracy, right?
Exactly. It's a trade-off.
You gain transparency, you get a sense of ownership, but it might be a little slower.
Yeah. A little less efficient.
Okay. So ultimately, it's up to each individual to decide if that trade-off is worth it.
Yeah, it's a personal decision.
But for people who are, tired of traditional institutions.
Yeah, people who feel like the system's rigged against them.
I can see the appeal.
Absolutely.
Mm.
The idea of having a say in how things are run.
Having a voice.
That's powerful.
Okay, well, we got to talk about Nevin Freeman again. Jack, I mean, he puts Freeman on a pedestal.
He does.
He talks about him like he's this visionary leader.
Yeah, he's very complimentary.
Yeah.
And I think it's clear that he admires Freeman's technical skill.
Right, and his vision.
And his passion for this project.
But, I mean, let's be real. Nobody's perfect.
Right. Even the best leaders can make mistakes.
Exactly. And it's still early days for Reserve Protocol.
It is. It's early days.
So I guess the real test will come.
Yeah, the real test of leadership comes when things get tough.
When they hit those inevitable roadblocks.
Yeah, whether those roadblocks are, technical or regulatory or even just disagreements within the community.
Right. So we have to judge leaders by their actions, not just their words.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've talked about the tech, the potential, the risks, the community, the leadership.
Yeah, we've covered a lot.
But I think the most important takeaway for our listeners is this. Reserve Protocol, 3SR. It's not just about making money.
Right.
It's about being part of something bigger.
It's about being part of a movement.
A community.
A community that's trying to build a better future.
And it's about recognizing that DeFi is still in its infancy.
It's still early days.
There's a lot of uncertainty. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
There's going to be ups and downs.
But for those who are willing to take the risks,
Yeah, for those who are willing to embrace the uncertainty,
the rewards could be huge.
the potential is massive.
And Jack ends his book with this, with a call to action.
Yeah.
He urges his readers to seize the opportunity.
He thinks this is a chance to be part of a financial revolution.
Yeah, he really believes we're on the verge of something big.
He does.
whether or not you decide to buy free SR.
Yeah, regardless of your investment decisions.
We hope this deep dive has been helpful
Yeah, we hope it's giving you a better understanding
of the project, the potential, the risks.
and how it all fits into the bigger picture of DeFi.
And remember, the best investment you can make is in your own knowledge.
Always keep learning. Keep questioning.
That's what the deep dive is all about.
That's what we're here for.
Okay, let's move into the final part of our deep dive here.
Okay.
Okay, Jack talks a lot about how Reserve Protocol is all about community.
Yeah, he really emphasizes that.
And getting people involved.
Yeah,
He talks about how the 3SR holders, they actually shape the protocol.
right. They vote on proposals. They discuss ideas. They can even contribute to the development. It's really like, it's like a big experiment in collaboration.
That sounds kind of cool, but wouldn't that be chaotic? Trying to get a bunch of people to agree on anything, let alone finance, it can be tough.
Yeah, it can be. And Jack admits that. He's not
Okay.
he's not naive to the potential downsides.
So he's realistic about it.
Yeah, yeah. He acknowledges that community governance can be messy.
Okay.
Things might take longer.
Right.
But his argument is that the benefits are bigger than the drawbacks.
It's a trade-off.
Yeah, it's a trade-off.
Mm.
More transparency,
Yeah.
sense of ownership.
But maybe things move a little slower.
Yeah, potentially a little slower.
Okay, so each person has to decide.
Yeah, you got to weigh.
Is this trade-off worth it for me?
Exactly, exactly. But, for a lot of people, especially those who don't trust traditional institutions.
Yeah, who feel like they've been left out.
Yeah, they feel like the system is rigged.
Yeah.
The idea of having a say, having control.
Having a voice.
Yeah, that's powerful. That's a powerful thing.
It is.
And I think that's a big part of why people are drawn to DeFi in general.
And to Reserve Protocol.
Yeah, to this idea of taking control.
Okay, we can't finish this deep dive without talking about Nevin Freeman again.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah. Jack,
He puts him on a pedestal for sure.
he really does. He describes him as this visionary leader.
Yeah.
Someone who really wants to make the world better
A true believer.
and create a fairer system.
Yeah, he definitely believes in the mission.
Now, obviously, Jack admires Freeman's technical abilities.
Yeah, his skills, his
And
knowledge.
his dedication to this. But, every leader...
Already has the weakness.
Right.
Right.
And Reserve Protocol, it's still young.
Yeah, yeah. They haven't really been tested yet.
Right. The true test of leadership comes when things get tough.
Right. We hit those roadblocks.
When you face challenges, yeah. And that could be technical challenges, regulatory challenges. Yeah, or even just disagreements within the community.
Oh, yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's not just about words.
It's about actions.
Yeah. It's about what you do, not just what you say.
Exactly.
Okay, I think we've covered a lot today.
We have.
We talked about the tech, the potential, the risks, the community, the leadership.
The whole shebang.
But the biggest takeaway
Yeah.
is that Reserve Protocol, 3SR, it's not just about making money.
It's about being part of something bigger.
Yeah, a movement.
A movement, a
Who
community.
can make the world a better place.
Trying to build a better future.
DeFi is still new, though.
Yeah, it's important to remember that.
It's going to be an interesting ride.
It's going to be a bumpy ride,
Yeah.
but it's also exciting.
It is exciting.
There's so much potential there.
Now, Jack ends his book with this powerful call to action.
Yeah.
He really wants people to seize the opportunity.
He thinks we're on the edge of a financial revolution.
It's a bold vision.
It is bold.
And, we found it inspiring. Whether or not you decide to invest in 3SR.
Yeah, no matter what your decision is.
We hope this deep dive has been helpful.
Yeah, that you've learned something.
Learned about the project, the potential, the risks.
The whole landscape.
Yeah. And remember, the most important investment is in your own knowledge.
Knowledge is power. Always keep learning. Keep asking questions.
That's what the deep dive is all about.
That's what we're here for.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time for another deep dive into the world of ideas.
See you next time.